Hi, I'm Thomas Bowles, Prince William County Agricultural Extension Agent. Welcome to our video.
So I'm here this morning. We're going to do a really quick tour of the composting area here at the teaching garden located on the grounds of the Benedictine Monastery in Bristow. As we come back here, we'll start over here on this side to the left. This is where we collect all of our raw materials, scraps and pieces and parts from all the work going on here in our vegetable beds, our ornamental beds, shrub areas back in the back. So everyone's been up here exercising, getting the weeds out of their beds. So we've accumulated quite a bit of material. This is the stuff we need in order to create good compost. We need nitrogen and carbon, and we're going to take all this material and we will process this through a shredder to break down the parts into smaller pieces so that the process can take place a little bit faster. We're not going to demonstrate that in this video. We just wanted to give a quick overview of how we're processing things here and what we're doing. So here we have a geobin. It's a plastic container that we're able to put onto a pallet, elevate it to get air to come underneath of it. I just did take off the top so we can kind of take a look into the center of this material. But this is where we're mixing browns and greens, nitrogen and carbon. This is kind of a top layer here. This material clearly is not finished composting. In fact, we're going to integrate this into a new bin as the temperature initially got hot, but when we turned it, it did not finish composting. So we'll add this material into a newer process, another bin, and finish composting. So over here to the side, this is another 3-bin system. This was an Eagle Scout project creating this bin. Last year we tried a different process. Instead of using the geobins, which you'll see one here, it's just kind of storing. We have a piping where we've attached a fan, the battery. We don't have electricity here, so we had to use a battery, but we have pipes that go through this entire pile down to the end. We have this whole bin filled to the top with material, and we ran what was called an aerated static pile. So the fan was on a timer, and that timer came on. I got some worms here in the top hanging out. Get these guys down here. So this is the material after our finished process. Now this has been sitting here through the winter. It does still have quite a bit of stick material, which is fine. It is loaded with our buddies, the earthworms. It's got a variety of worms in it here since it's been outside. We did not introduce any worms to this pile. These were all worms that came from the soil here. This is the end result. What we're looking for is very biologically active compost. These worms are going through, eating, pooping, adding their contribution to this material to make it even better. So this is an entire bin full, and what we'll end up doing with this material is moving it out of here to make room for our new material, and we'll shoot another video showing that process. This is another example of a composting system. These bins have the bottoms cut out, so we allow air, water to move through. We're going to stack our browns and greens in layers. As we're accumulating that material, we'll stack it in here. These bins tend to be more of a cold system and not a thermodynamic system where we're using the heat to kill off weed seeds. But it is a really convenient way. As you stack material, you're able to then go down to the bottom and pull your processed material out from the bottom. I think we'll walk over, we'll look at one of those that's in the garden right now that's been used. Take a walk over here to our, we call it the shed bed. It's right next to the shed. So the shed bed, we just added, top dressed this area with compost from the bin, and then we also laid down a very thick layer of wood chip mulch on our aisleways to help suppress the weeds. But this beautiful brown material is top dressing right off that compost. So we added all that material in here into these beds. So we'll take a walk over here. We'll take a look at this other bin. So it's conveniently located. It's very movable. You can attach things at the bottom to hold it down, to keep it from blowing over in the wind, but we haven't had that problem out here. So we'll take a look and see what I'm putting in here. So these are just weeds, some vetch, some dried leaves, a little bit of moisture in here. It's not as wet as it needs to really be to get this pile cooking, but it's a good way to store material until you're ready to process it.
If you enjoyed this video, let us know with your questions, comments, and suggestions for other classes and videos. For more information on lawns and gardens, contact the Extension Horticulture Help Desk. Thank you for watching.